4, 3, 2, 1, and we have got the one and only Courtney Burgess back on the stream live. It has been a while, folks. Some of you may very well remember this from last year. Let me play a little bit.
Okay, well, that's them.
Look at half of Beyonce's credits.
Well, listen, I'm not here to talk about Beyonce. I'm here to listen. Sean,
you were defending Beyonce just a second ago. You better watch out. Her husband might get mad. You're doing a bad job.
So,
Courtney on the longest car journey in the history of YouTube on that live stream, brother. It was the longest car journey ever. Yeah, man.
Courtney, we've got many new viewers. They're not familiar with you and your story.
Okay.
Could you just please give them your backstory before we get into the Freemason stuff and the Diddy stuff?
Okay, my backstory. When you want to start? When I grew up in
where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Newark, New Jersey, Bellsburg section, not too far from West Orange, the real Sopranos, up there. That's about it. Bellsburg area.
Courtney, don't sell yourself short. You are hip hop, brother, and we are here for it. Okay, that's my guy right there. That's my guy. So what else has been happening, Courtney, since we last seen you? Right, a lot's probably gone on. How's life been? What stood out for you since the last time we spoke?
A lot been on. I don't know if y'all left off with my house was gas bombed, like Kamoya.
Your house was gas bombed.
Yes.
For
the fireplace and everything. Yeah.
Like an attack or your
explosion. Like an explosion.
An explosion. Your house had an explosion.
No, it didn't explode, but
it could have exploded. A gas leak. Oh, a gas leak. Sorry, bro. I thought you said a gas attack. I was like, okay.
Right.
But yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. How y'all been in 2000?
It's been an interesting ride. I'm not going to lie, Courtney. There's been good days, there's been bad days, but genuinely, everything's panning out all right, mate. It's panning out all right.
So, Courtney, the viewers, they're still wondering who you are because you didn't really give much of a backstory. So, could you just try that again, or just to get a bit more detail? What was it like for you growing up in Jersey?
It was good. I grew up in Jersey at the early age. I grew up with Tupac on the east side, and I used to go over there to the east side of New York. Grew up with the Hussein Fatal, Tame from the Artifacts, Wyclef from the Fugees, Redman, Naughty by Nature, even Do It All, Queen Latifah. Yeah.
So you were part of that scene as a young man. You were part of that scene growing.
Before we knew it was gonna be the strangest thing from school, grade school, 5th grade.
And was that your dream? Was to be like a leader in this scene?
My dream was to play sports, and then my destiny was music. Like I was in the streets first. That's my book called my new book I released called In the Streets and the Industry. You get on Amazon.
Courtney, that image is outstanding, sir.
Yeah,
is that a pimp coat you're wearing right there, sir? Can you just bring that forward, please? That is you, sir, are the master of your own artwork on your book, sir.
Yeah, this look came from my godfather, Frank Lucas. Frank Lucas, my godfather. Yeah.
That is some powerful imagery. And take us to the content. Like what could people expect from the book?
From the book? It's the truth. It's from the streets, like growing up. Like I did this little street value of hustling on the streets. I ain't had to. I just did it because it was in the neighborhood, and I probably was want to be a wannabe. You understand? I want to be known from the streets. I ain't had to be from the streets. I came up from good parents that had. I just chose it because the money was there, and it was just extra change in my pocket. You know, it's a thing you go through. Everybody go through a change in life growing up. You know.
And did you get arrested in those early years?
Yes, I did. I got arrested for kingpin charge and murder at an early age.
I'm sorry. Wait. Hold the freaking phone. Kingpin and murder. Is that what we said? Courtney, you are the gift that keeps on giving. Like, take us through. Like, what happened around that time, Courtney?
Growing up, in high school, after graduating, I was arrested by Detective UC from Newark homicide. That was in a drug enforcement. That I was doing a large amount of drugs and committed a murder. It was a lie. My life was in church and sports, and my turnoff was sports. You know what I'm saying? Shaquille O'Neal. I grew with his sister in school, high school. Her name was Tyner, and he was from Berkeley, from down the street from Prince Street Projects in Newark, and Luther Wright. He was a basketball player too. He came from Seton College. So all I wanted was a contract. And when I lost my contract to play baseball, I went to music. I came up with Raheem Brown, that's K1, and Nell from the Fuji. And that's when the music came up.
Just going back to the allegation then, Courtney, who was murdered and what did the police allege your role had been?
They said I pulled up in a car and I had a drive-by shooting. And I killed some guys on a corner in Newark, on Chancellor and Maple in Newark. That wasn't there. I didn't do it. I was
Did you have an alibi?
Yes, I had a good alibi. I was in Wendy's with a police officer my brother was dating at the time. My name was Vanessa Davis. She was a Newark police. I was in Newark on Central Avenue at the time it happened. And I wasn't there. It was like I was in the East Orange area. The murder took in the Newark area in Maple Avenue and Chancellor.
And how did that shape your life, that experience?
It changed my life. But you know what? When I was in jail, I sat there a lot of big players from the Prince Street Project that did a lot of high the level of drugs for Prince Street. Not dropping names, but it was a lot of drug dealers from Prince Street and Orange from there. On that cell on floor 9. And,
which jail were you in?
The county jail.
In Jersey?
Essex County, yes.
So that was pretty rough, I imagine.
It was more not rough, it was kind of scary. From living in a large home to being in a cell with 2 person with bars, like changed overnight. I stayed in jail for 7 days. I had good parents that came up with a good income that got me bailed out in 7 days. That made it worse than getting shot. You know, most rappers came in the game from getting shot. I came in the game from being born in jail for murder, drug kingpin charge, and having a godfather named Frank Lucas from Hill Street in Newark. So that made me a made man. And
so those charges, you must have had respect in the jail because of the charges?
Yes. Like coming up, my father was a Mason. He's the head Mason of Freemason. This came.
He's the head Mason of Freemason. Interesting.
Yes, Freemason. And that what made a lot of things change. I wasn't a Mason, but he was. And this is his book right here.
Can I see the spine? Can we see the spine of the book, please? If possible, mate.
When did you first find out that your father was a Freemason?
I think I found out in grade school. Because the symbols on his car, I didn't never know what it was. It was the Mason, the symbol.
Can I ask you, what does that book contain? Is it a single biblical book?
I never opened. Even still today, I never opened this book. Even from the Kim Porter book, I never read that and opened that.
All right. Slap your name on it and let it ride, baby.
But this book right here, I did open and read. You know, everybody got it on Amazon. I'm sell it again.
So just to go back to the Bible, right? I mean, if you don't have to put it on the screen, but if you were to open and see what the initial pages said, does it give you a clue as to how many different religious texts are within that book?
I never opened it. You want me to open it live first time on the show?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you don't necessarily have to show us, but if I would be interested to see exactly what we're looking at here, because there's some key points within that particular group of people that stand out in, if you know what to look for. I can't really say too much.
Viewers, put a 1 in the chat if you want Courtney to open the book. Put a 2 in the chat if you do not want Courtney to open the book.
This your show. If you want me to open it, I'll do it. Whatever you want me to open.
I think we should open the book. I think we should open the book.
First time? On this show? Okay.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Let's open it. First time on y'all's show.
Okay, we got the initial dust cover. And we got nothing there or there or there. Okay, here we go. Excellent. Right there. Excellent.
King Solomon's Temple. Which
The
is
builder of Solomon's Temple. Okay.
First time on this show. This ever seen. First time on this show. This book ever been opened.
Wow. I need to take these things off the screen, bro. I'm sorry. Let's just take these banners off a minute. That's a good one. Okay. Can I just ask you to just move it? Can I just see the first set of words under that circular image, please? Master. Excellent. Wow.
What can you read that, Ron? I can't read it.
It's Grandmaster and then a couple of other words, but this will be this. So within the workings of Freemasonry, King Solomon is completely centralized to a lot of the inner workings and the inner workings within Freemasonry, and this is an incredible book. It's not the book that I thought it was going to be, if I'm being honest with you, which was the particular book during particular events at these lodges is used within certain rituals that includes more than just what you would think by the wording on the side of that particular book.
All right, next page then. Let's have a look.
Wow. Holy freaking right. You might want to close that, bro. Just in case. Just keep your thumb in there. Like, that's a very, very interesting book you have there, Courtney.
Wow.
And you know what? I didn't read it. Y'all read it.
If I was you, I would sit down and study that book. Okay. I don't know if we'll ever see another one of those. That is very interesting, Courtney.
And the king.
Right. So I would like to just see if you can just see the. Okay. All right. Wow. Your dad. This might all be. I'll tell you what. That book, the cane is one of those things that the cane could have been made yesterday. It could have been made 200 years ago. Do you see what I mean? But the book, Courtney, the book is a bit of a mad one, bro.
What's the history of the book, Courtney?
I don't know. Like I said, I never opened it. This is the first time on your show.
So how did it come into your possession?
My father.
And did he say anything to you when he gave it to you?
He didn't give it to me. He passed away, and I have it.
You inherited it.
Yes, inherited.
But earlier on, you said that there was a time when you became aware your father was a Freemason. How old were you then?
When I realized that he was a Mason, I could say probably in 8th grade.
And how old is that for the English viewers?
Probably, I'm 55. I guess in the 8th grade, I probably 14. No.
And did it mean anything to you at that young age?
It does, because you know what the funniest thing? We was driving in Pennsylvania. State trooper pulled over. My father drove his voice. And the cops pulled us over. And I heard him say one thing to the state trooper that was traveling. I get my birth certificate.
All right. So I'm looking up this book, Courtney, right? And there are versions of it, right, that are not the version you have, that are popping up in places, you know, like someone's granddad from frickin' Ireland on eBay and weird stuff like this, but they don't look like yours. Can I just, it's just the logo that's on the front of yours, right? There's nothing else. It's just the
Freemason logo.
The Freemason logo, right?
Right. And it's some little design.
Yeah, and then it's the embossed design, yeah, because there's nothing. There is none of those. And what were the exact words? The Temple of Solomon's what on the inside, brother?
Can you read it? Can you read us that first page, what it says?
Yeah, okay, yeah, go for that.
Below the picture.
Honestly, that's like an Epstein file thickness right there. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a book. Okay, the Holy Bible.
Okay, there's another page.
It's the Old and New Testaments. Okay, and the original tongues. Okay, I can tell you this. Because the Freemasons, it's completely banned. You're not allowed to discuss religion. You're not allowed to discuss politics. There's a lot of things that make no sense when religious texts and books appear within Freemasonry. And there's only one religion that has a designated area within a certain subcategory of the lodges. And I think that could be what is used for what is known as the Templars. Because that is the Old and New Testament. And the only way that fits in within the realms of what we're discussing is when people within the know understand what the new version of a Templar is.
Well, that's what they're talking about building, isn't it now? To do with the Iran-Israel conflict.
Say that again, brother.
They're talking about rebuilding Solomon's temple.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to destroy a religious site in Iran and build Solomon's
breakdown.
Hang on a minute. Let me just, I'm going to say.
George Washington.
That is
Masonic Memorial of George Washington, 1732.
What the hell was your dad up to? It looks like there's a magic eye picture in those words. All of that looked like a weird map, bro. Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, it is just Washington. Yes, it is. 1732. 1732 to 1932.
No, I wouldn't say it looks very new. That looks like it's been sat on a shelf and not touched for about 3 decades. And books like this, when they sit stagnant in time, like they age slowly, like really slowly. So that's really interesting. I mean, don't get me wrong, could be a massive hoax. Who knows? But it looks. I mean, that is a book, right? That is a book. I'm going to keep looking, Courtney, online to see if I can find anything that looks like yours. If we can find anything about it, but that's a pretty convincing book, bro. I'm not going to lie. Like, that is pretty mad. The cane's all shiny and things like that, but I ain't never seen nothing like that. Nothing.
Is even
not on a freaking live stream. Interesting. Is that a sun up there? Is it? Oh, very interesting.
So Solomon's temple, also known as the first temple, was a biblical temple in Jerusalem, believed to have existed between the 10th and 6th centuries BCE. Its description is largely based on narratives in the Hebrew Bible, in which it was commissioned by biblical King Solomon before being destroyed during the siege of Jerusalem by Nebuchadnezzar II of the Neo-Babylonian Empire in 587 BCE. No excavations are allowed on the Temple Mount, and no positively identified remains of the destroyed temple have been found. Most modern scholars agree that the first temple existed on the Temple Mount in Jerusalem by the time of the Babylonian siege, and there is significant debate among scholars over the date of its construction and the identity of its builder.
Now, can I ask you, Sean, why is Solomon so relevant within the mystic and occult world? Do you know?
I know. Go on.
Well, Solomon is at the center of mythology and mysticism for the I'm going to say again, 1 second. He has 72 demons that were captured inside copper pots and stored within the Temple of Solomon. And these 72 demons are depicted here. This is how he describes them. These are their names, and this is their sigils here. So Solomon within the occult is biblical references to the harnessing and capturing of this mystic force. And it has fascinated the occult for centuries. And there's 72 of them. You can get a closer idea of the sigils here that represent each of them. And Solomon was bound within the realms of magic and mystic. Yeah, in Islam, they are jinns. Yeah, 100%, Finn, 100%. And that's the thing. In every single religion, you're going to hear different references for demons, mystics, all of this. They only became demons when the 3 religions were formed. And then all other gods were banished out with the books of text that became the norm we know today. And Solomon is at the very foundation of so many secret societies, the Freemasons. And I mean, here's another depiction of one of Solomon's demons as a statue. They're very peculiar looking. You know, I mean, that looks like what a tarantula or a crab-legged frog cat man king. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're very peculiar. But have you ever seen what a cherub looked like before they were redesigned as little cute babies with bows and arrows? Because everything, and what this will be the last thing I show, then I'll segue back to you. Hang on. Because when we think of a cherub, we think of the little baby, right? We think of this cute little thing with the bow and arrow. This is a depiction of what a cherub looked like, described exactly in the Bible. Okay, it's like a multi-eyed, fragmented being. And of course, here's another artist's rendition of how cherubs are described in the Bible. That's too terrifying, right? We can't have real depictions of things when we're trying to rebrand a faith and take it away from the occult and take it away from scary unknown. And that's why when we look at depictions like this, we see similarities on this unworldly, unrecognizable thing that stands before us. So it's interesting how things are rebranded for the mass consumption, shall we say. Oh, it's the wrong one. Hang on. This one. Oh, I'll let you do it, Sean. I don't know which button to press. Oh, it's this one. It's this one. There we go. I got it.
Yeah, so how this is relevant presently is, I'll read this from, let's see, the temple, the third temple. They're talking about the third temple.
Mm-hmm.
So what about the Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Dome of the Rock Shrine? Aren't the Jewish going to be sensitive to those holy Islamic sites? This is an important consideration. This is the author from the Times of Israel. Is anyone sensitive to the fact that the Temple Mount was a holy site for Jews thousands of years before Muslims conquered and built their sites? The Muslim conquest of Jerusalem occurred in the 7th century CE. Shortly after that, they built both the Dome of the Rock and the Al-Aqsa on the Temple Mount, the site where the 2 Jewish temples had stood. So there's all this debate now over who's going to have the temple on what site. Are they going to eradicate a holy site from the Muslims to put a new temple on the site? Anyway, Courtney, we've gone on a big sidetrack from your story here. The last thing you was telling me was when your father, you learned that he was a Freemason, and you said that it did have a big impact on you.
Yes, it did. It did. Because after seeing the state troopers pulled us over, and he said he was going for his birth certificate. He didn't give him a ticket. And I sat back there I didn't even ask him what it meant. But that whole day riding back, like 45 minutes back to New Jersey from Philly, I got out the car and I looked at that symbol on the back of his Rolls Royce. It made me want that symbol in my car to get pulled over to see how big this state trooper was that gave my father respect.
So, seeing that respect, did that make you aspire to
Yes.
become a Freemason and get that respect?
Yes.
Have you joined the lodge? Have you joined the lodge, Courtney?
What did that take? What was the process?
I went to join, right? The funniest thing.
How old were you?
I was in the 8th grade, right? And I was sitting in the hallway. It was a big door, blocking in this book. And when they came out to get me, I was asleep. My father came outside. Everybody came out with these hats and these blue ribbons around their waist and these white shirts. And he touched me on my shoulder. He told me to sit. He ain't let me stand up. Everybody walked past. And I ain't remember. That's all I remember. I never became a Mason, but I respect as a Mason. And one day, a symbol was on it with the two birds came in the mail. I didn't give it to him. I put it right on the back of my car. He gave me a car. My high school car was an XJ12 with 2 gas tanks. He told me he want both of these tanks full, half tank, them, and I put on the back of my car. I never got pulled over.
Courtney, can you just put your head down a little bit because you've chopped the top of your head off?
Yeah. I never got pulled over driving that car.
How old are you in 8th grade?
I think in the 8th. No, I didn't get to in the 8th grade. I wasn't driving. I was I could say I was probably 14.
14.
Yeah.
And like going through the prison system, did you ever pick up any charges or anything like that? Like, were you ever charged with any crimes?
No, when I went to prison, when I got arrested, I didn't go to prison. I stayed in jail for 7 days. I was arrested, and it made me become what I went to jail for.
Okay.
In a year, like I was arrested in '89. I went to court in '90. I was acquitted between '89 and '90. May the 29th. I ended up being what they said I was, except for the murder part. I ended up being a high level dealer. And I woke up one day, I said, this is what I'm going to jail for. I opened my closet. You know, I don't know, I can't be arrested for it now. Opened my closet, I had 7 kilos. And I said, I got to get this out of my closet.
Yeah.
And I walked it down. I broke it down from to street level to high level. And after that, I ended up being in music. And I ran that day. And Raheem Brown, One from the Artifacts, called me. We got signed to Atlantic Records. Craig Kelman at Atlantic Records back in we was on 5th Avenue in Madison. And I had my Jag and I had that symbol on the back of the car. And he was towing cars, and the tow guy looked at me and shook his head. He didn't tow my car. That symbol stayed on all my cars.
So are you saying, Courtney, that you just used the symbol, that you weren't a full member of the Freemasons?
I know it got to be a Mason. The farthest I got was to sit at the door.
All right, yeah, that makes sense.
So throughout your entire life, you've never become a Freemason?
I never became a Freemason, no.
So how come you've got the cane?
Inheritance.
Inheritance.
Mm-hmm. You can have items passed down through your family. They're obviously they're safeguarded items, if that makes sense, Sean. You know, in some cases there might be a dude that turns up with a little funny black briefcase with a black suit on and asks for Uncle Jim's, you know, book back or whatever. But yeah.
And did you ever apply to be the Freemason?
After that day, I never. The funniest thing, when I graduated from high school, he said he was going to be on a boat. He had a friend that was going to be work on the docks. He said, you're going to make about 80,000. That's after high school. I wasn't going to college. My mother wanted me to go to college, but he wanted me to go to be a longshoreman. But I wanted to do music. I wanted a contract. After seeing Shaquille O'Neal going to college for basketball, I won a contract. And when they thought I was going to smoke a cigarette, I left. I never went to even go on a boat.
Mhm.
I furthered my career in the music career.
Yeah.
I ran away from home after high school.
And did you have any criminal charges at the age of 18 at all? Any police charges, anything at all you were charged for? Any criminal charges whatsoever?
No, that's the only time I was arrested. Never been arrested since then.
Never been arrested. So, but you have been. You don't have to go into specific charges, but there is criminal charges. Is that what you're saying?
No,
No, you've just been arrested. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Because that's fine. Now, it's relevant to somebody was asking why you did or didn't join. So I'll throw that to you then. What was your reason for not asking to join the ranks?
I wanted to join because it was respect. It was a higher respect of everything.
Okay.
And I thought I was the Mason because I had the symbol on my car. Every time I got in my car, I saw that symbol with the two eagles. So I thought I was a Mason already.
Honestly, you want to go online right now, look up your local lodge and walk right down there with that book and cane and say, I'm here to join. That's what I would do. That's what I would do.
After the show, I think I will try to join down.
You should honestly, like you really should. Actually, what I would do is I'd take some pictures of it on your phone and then stick it in a safe and then go down to the lodge and show them on your phone, just in case like a trap door opens up below you and you freaking fall down.
His lounge is still there. It's on Springfield Avenue in Newark. It's still there. I think if I go there, they'll welcome me, but I probably have to pay my dues to be one. They ain't gonna just let me just join because who he is, like LeBron's son ended up being an NBA basketball player.
No. This is how you join the Freemasons. You walk up to a lodge and you say, I would like to join the Freemasons. And if you know a Freemason within that lodge, they can sponsor you in. But I don't know where the misconception is of there's this grand procedure. They're a society with secrets. They're an incredibly public group of people. So it's you just knock on the door, mate.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that simple. It's crazy, right? Thank you. But it's that simple. That's why all the buildings that this secret society hide in have massive symbols, so you know exactly where to find them. It's handy,
right?
But listen, I think it would be interesting for you. I mean, I say join. I mean, when I say join, I mean go down and check it out. That's not really what I mean. I don't really mean join, but go down and see if there's anything they can tell you from photos of the book, though. I mean, you don't necessarily join, but I'm just saying I think it would be good to see what information you can get, or even maybe go to one of the libraries or something, Courtney, because they may have seen it before and may be able to speak on it, whereas the lodges might not. Because I think you got something there, bro. I think you've either got something that's been like made for public sale and we've totally missed it and it's ended up in your dad's place or whatever, or it's something really, really special, you know? So it'd be great to see what you can find out.
Right. I'm willing to do it too.
Yeah, too right.
Are you a Mason?
Me, no. I've got very, very close ties with a lot of societies through mystic practices, shall we say.
Okay.
You know, so that's about all I can say on that, really. So
Courtney, you mentioned something earlier then about being a made man. What does that mean?
I guess from that and being around the Glitchios, the real Sopranos, that's why I became a real man. Like even Tane one from the Artifacts, he told me that's how I've been. Every time I've been like in the music business, to being a Mason, to being in sports, I was made. From Shaquille O'Neal, from being a basketball player, I never got to play in the Major League Baseball. I was accepted. I was always accepted. I never got to that point. Only thing I worked hard was when I was in the music industry.
So when you say made man, you know, we think about the Italian mafia. They say you're a made man. Are you talking about something different?
No, I was talking about, like you said, the mafia. Like I said, the Galicios, the real Sopranos.
Right.
I shared a locker with the Sopranos, the Galicios, they say, and then the Godfather, the father had a heart attack. I was coming from school, got out early. He was laying between the car and the sidewalk, and I called 911, and they all ran out, and they thought I did something to him. But I showed my phone. I called. The ambulance pulled up when they came outside, and I was there when they revived him. He touched me, and I was not being racial. I was the first black um guy to walk on. If anybody listening from South Orange Avenue, it was called South Orange Avenue. It was all the mafia set outside. I was able to sit there with them as a young man, being black around the mob. So that's why I call myself a made man for being around mobsters.
Yeah, because I've watched some of these shows, like the Black Mafia Family and The
Mhm.
Godfather of Harlem,
Yes.
and it seems there's a lot of tensions between the black community and the Italian American communities back then.
hmm And
Have you
it's
watched?
hard. It's hard to be in the mob, like you said, because they known for my culture to be snitches. You understand? And in being a mafia, you can't snitch. Even if you get locked up, you question why you was released from jail, unless they send one of the attorneys to know why you was released.
But hasn't a lot of that deteriorated over the years with a lot of high profile mafia, like people like Sammy DeBall going police informant?
Right. And that's why I made had this book, Streets in the Industry. The streets is the mob. The industry is the music business. Like back with Diddy, he of course he got more money than me. I am a legal millionaire, but the streets made me a billionaire. If I was a street, I'd be a billionaire for street cred. But in the music business, I'm just a little total called being a billionaire. But in the streets, I'm a billionaire as the mob. The streets made me Bob, even with the basis back to this. That's what made me so official. That's why I say I'm a made man.
But isn't that a fine line to tread? If you're trying to be legit, but there's the criminal side of what's going on, and there's the legit side. A lot of people get killed going down the wrong path. How did you manage to avoid that?
For like instance, when Sean Combs, if he's watching your show, he probably is in the Fort Dix. I didn't go to trial because if I went to trial, I would have been a snitch. That would made me a made man. I didn't go to court.
You're talking about the Diddy trial.
Right. I didn't go to court. He got a nerve to want to sue me, but if I went to court, he would have had more than 4 years. People go to high school for 4 years. You understand? And
Courtney, 1 second. Could you just explain to the viewers how you're involved in possibly going to the Diddy trial? Because you were a big news story at one point, but many people might not be familiar.
I was a secure steward. He gave me the files of Kim Porter, and I dropped the book, the Kim Porter book. Um, I was even my attorney. She's not attorney no more. They took her bar license because what she wasn't able to do as being a lawyer, it showed up that she was doing some other things. Um, Sean did whatever he did. I didn't put him in jail, but if he go to court for whatever has involvement with Tupac, I would be the first one online to go to court because Tupac is my road dog. You understand? Whatever he did in that time of his travel in the music industry, he had to deal with that. But dealing with Tupac, when Tupac, may rest in peace, Gaddafi and Fatal Hussein, those my outlaws, rebels. I will go to court and stand for against Diddy for that. He's guilty for a lot of things he did. What he did what he in jail for, that's none of my business. That's why I didn't go to trial. And that's why I call my book again, Street Industry. That's why I call myself a made man. And come for you to show. I'm glad to say that to be on your show, you know, that made me a made man. You made me you a made man for where we all stand to both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud to be at the table with y'all too. And be able to sit across on this podcast with y'all. Y'all have a
Well,
great show.
we appreciate you spending this time with us and explaining more about your story, because there's been a lot of things we've not really understood from previous interviews.
Yeah.
Can you just have a look at your WhatsApp for me, Sean? Just for
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great, mate. Just have a look at that. Yeah, so Courtney, it's great that you've shown off these, like, what are clearly your dad's artifacts, and the book and the walking stick. It's interesting. It's interesting. Hang on. But what would be the one thing that stands out that is a memory of your dad, or even just the Freemasons in general, that maybe you haven't touched on, that still reflect? And do you remember seeing was the walking stick given to you when you were a made man, did you say, or was that your dad's?
It was my dad. He passed away, and I didn't put it in his casket.
Okay.
Because one day I may need it.
Yeah, absolutely. And
You know what I'm saying,
yeah,
we all may need a kickstand. You know what I'm saying? My father had it. I purchased for him.
Okay.
I bought the
you bought it for him.
Mason. Yeah, I paid for him. He could have bought it himself, but that was my gift for him for his birthday. I paid for it.
Is that custom?
Yes, it's custom.
Oh, it's custom. I see. And that's why it's so rare.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Mason symbol.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Now, the reason that I'm asking is, I mean, Courtney, hang on, Sean, you just do some questions for me, Sean. I'm just going to have an existential crisis, and then I'll come back straight over, okay? Okay.
So, many people might not be familiar also, Courtney, the book you had that went viral, regarding Diddy. Do you want to explain that journey and how that ended up?
Shakira Stewart gave me the files of it. I was in the studio recording one of my artists, and Kim Porter was on the phone with him at the time, and he said, "Kim want to speak to us." I said, "Who's Kim?" So he hit the phone and said, "She said, man, you know who this is? It's Kim." I said, "Oh, what's up, Kim?" She said, "From Tupac." I knew her from Tupac. I didn't know her from Diddy. I know her from Tupac. And then Shakira Stewart refreshing our relationship again. And that's how it became me getting the memo of Kim Porter, because she know I was a stand-up guy that I would put it out.
And then we saw that went huge viral.
Yes.
Online, and there was a lot of money at stake, and Amazon, they froze it. And what happened in the end there, Courtney?
Oh, they paid out. It broke 3 ways from different people. Wade and Chris Todd. I broke it down 3 ways. 33. Strange to say it is the symbol of Mason. 33. And the third, I broke it down with them. Again, this book is all 100% of me. Get on Amazon. The help of you, Sean, that made it happen for me today to be here.
Yeah, we've got that book, your new book link in the description. So when the money was paid out then 3 ways, were you guys all happy with each other at that point, or did you guys fall out?
We didn't fall out. I just felt that everybody was equal share. It was equal share. Everybody played their part from it. Again, the book was paid out from Amazon, and that the book that I'll be sure claimed that it was only 80% true. The only 20% was his story that he did sexual thing with Diddy. But quiet as kept, whatever happened.
And in the previous interviews, you were talking about your meetings with Jay-Z and stuff as well. Is Jay-Z, is he a Freemason?
I believe he is. Yes, he is.
I believe he
And,
is as well.
yes.
And what do you base that belief on, Courtney?
From his handshake, shaking his hand.
What's the Masonic shake?
It's the way you shake his hand. The palm goes together with it. How you shake, you know. And the question you asked me before about what men we talked about is about he helping a private investigator investigate Tupac Shakur killing. He paid a private investigator to investigate it, everything. Again, like Sean Diddy, he want to sue me, but if I went to court, he would have got more than 4 years. People would go to high school for 4 years. You know, man, he crying about 4 years. Come on, you understand? We all had turmoil. 4 years is like to us like a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
R. Kelly got 30 years that I think he shouldn't got. He shouldn't got 30 years. I don't know what he should have got, but if he watching this show, I know he is.
Yeah.
He should be thankful that he only got 4 years for what he did. You understand? All the stuff he did. A slap on the wrist. You understand? He crying about 4 years. He want to sue me for $50 million. Are you serious? You understand?
So where is Diddy now?
He's in Fort Dix. You know what I'm saying? Safe, sound place. Well, we'd call it PC prison.
And how do you feel about his soft landing?
He got like a slap on the wrist. But if it was with Tupac, I'd have been there. He'd have got more than 4 years. Believe that.
Do you know what? Can I just no, carry on, Sean. We'll do another 30 minutes before the vaporization, if you're okay there. If you want to just continue.
Yeah, we can go till 9:30. That's fine.
Give me from like 23 minutes past, and I'll take the last 7 minutes.
Okay.
All right, mate. Be back in a minute.
All right. So you said Tupac would have got more time. What do you mean by that?
I mean, you mean Diddy would have got more time.
Diddy would have got, because Tupac was your friend, right?
Right. He would have got more time because everybody know, everybody, I don't know what you're supposed to say, but everybody know he's behind what happened to Tupac. We can walk up to the ladder. We can start with Andre Harrell. We can start with Heavy D, Black Rob, Craig Mack, Biggie Small, Tupac Shakur, Shakir Stewart, Chris Lightly, Kim Porter. He responds for a lot of them, even Left Eye. He responds for all these people.
And do you think that Diddy was involved in Tupac's murder?
Yes. And I believe Big Meech was too. He played a part.
And what was Diddy's part?
Finance. I think that's why Snoop Dogg was separated from the plane, and the money wasn't a check; it was cash. So he didn't bring his bags on the plane with Tupac and Suge. Snoop Dogg was a hater. He didn't want Tupac to be big as he was. If you look at all his pictures, he hated on Tupac. And I hope he's listening. I hope he hear me, that he's a hater. You understand? His day would come. He have a lot to do with what's going on. The day that they landed in New York, he didn't go to the studio. He went to the studio with Biggie and the radio station with Diddy, with Angie Martinez and Diddy. You understand? We all know that he's a two-time. He claimed that he gave the king. He can't pass the thing down to Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar did his own thing to be where he at. Snoop always wanted to take credit for what he did. Take credit for what he did to them young ladies from Wild Out. You understand? I have no respect for Snoop Dogg at all. At all. He hid behind Martha Stewart. You understand? So, you know, he's no friend of mine. I hope he see this on your show. You understand?
And Courtney, did you see the news story about Jay-Z being in the Epstein files?
Yeah, I did see that.
So there was an allegation that a lady said she was abducted, drugged, and she woke up in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Jay-Z at a mansion in Florida. Do you think there's anything to that allegation?
I believe it's true. I believe, see, Jay-Z grew up in the projects. He's not a friend of Diddy because Diddy grew up in brownstones. It's different from projects and projects. We all both know that. Jay-Z preyed on young girls because the young girls didn't have Jay-Z. He didn't mess with top girls in the projects. So he did mess with young girls. He just changed. Everybody had a change in life. But I think he stole Big L's style, his rap style. You know, when I met Jay-Z, he had on cowboy boots and a goose bomber. You understand? That was his swag. You know, he's no friend of mine. To let Jaguar know that I ain't protecting him. I don't work for Jay-Z. And I don't fit Jay-Z either. You know, whatever he did with his days and time, that's with these young girls or whatever. That's he got to pray. He got a lot of thing with him too. You know, and even my brother. You know, he got a lot of thing with him.
Yeah, since this came out in the Epstein files, there's reports that a lot of people have unfollowed Jay-Z and Beyonce, especially on Instagram, etc. But that's a lot more than you told us last time, Courtney, because it seemed to me like you were protecting Jay-Z last time.
No, I'm not protecting Jay-Z. It's in the book. If you get the book, it's in there. I'm not protecting Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying?
So
He don't friend of mine. I never smoked weed with Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying?
So you reveal a lot more in the book.
Yeah, in this book, in the streets, in the industry. You know what I'm saying? I'm not protecting no Jay-Z. He no friend of mine, and he no friend of me. You understand? I think Jay-Z a coward. You understand? And I think he glad that Diddy in jail because look at it. Jay-Z is Rockefeller. Bad Boy is Diddy. You understand? You put it together, it's an L7. They squares, both of them. Jay-Z is the L. You put it together, Diddy is the 7. It's a square, they both sevens. They both is in together. They no pyramid. You can hide behind whatever we do. You understand? Yes, Jay-Z messed with young girls in his time.
And does this tie into what Jonathan Odie was saying about the Black Illuminati?
Right. Right.
Is that a yes or a no?
Yes.
Yeah, and what's Beyonce?
I'm not curving my tongue over Jay-Z. Yes, Jay-Z is wrong with a lot of stuff he did. You understand? Foxy Brown, no. You know what I'm saying? When Foxy Brown was dating Hussein Fatal, I wanted to kidnap her. Not to do anything to her, just to sell records. You understand? She supposed to did a song with Hussein Fatal. Jay-Z called up there, told her not to do a song. I was in there with Stewart, Secure Stewart, Chris Light, D Light was on the phone. You understand? They all Becky boys. You understand?
And is Beyonce, does she know about this? Is she covering for them, or is she naive?
She probably know now, but she's married to him. She know he part of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not covering no dirt for Jay-Z. I'm not scared of Jay no more. I'm scared of Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Diddy's sitting in jail because of what he did. He got off with 4 years of high school. You understand? You put both of them together, they do the same much time. They should get the time that R. Kelly have. If I had to scale, R. Kelly should do about 10 years. He should get 10 to 2 of those years, 10 to Jay-Z, and put a 10 on Diddy. You understand?
And when Diddy gets out, you think he's going to come for you?
I'm waiting for him if you want to.
Get Misfits Boxing. Get Misfits Boxing on the phone, and we'll get Courtney and Diddy on the next Misfits Boxing event. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, if he Diddy want to get in the ring, I'm with it. If Diddy want to get in the music, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? He blocked a lot of my music. I did a music with Mike Geronimo. It's called Unusual Suspect. Mike Geronimo, DMX, and Hussein Fatal. Diddy called over there and took them off. He put the locks on there. You understand? They both did dirt. Jay-Z and Diddy stopped my music in time. You understand? Jay-Z ain't a bubble in my tongue. You understand? To me, Jay-Z is a sucker. You know what I'm saying? He mess with any kids. I don't know if y'all got daughters or whatever. I got daughters. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's ain't no secret he messed with Foxy Brown. She was too young for him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't bite my tongue for no Jay-Z. And for Jagwood, don't think I'm work for no Jay-Z. I don't work for nobody. Only person to stop my punch card is God. You understand? I fear no man. Only fear God. My family going broke.
And Beyonce, then, didn't she become into witchcraft and sorcery?
I think Beyonce learned it from Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez did witchcraft. If you do her history, Jennifer Lopez was a mule for drug dealers, cartels that travel drugs, and then she just faked it till she made it. You understand? She did the dancing on the show with the Wine Brothers, and she worked her way up like not every female. Some females did in their professional life to get what they had to. You
And
understand?
was it cartel magic she
Cartel,
was doing?
right, right. She
Because
knows
they worship certain saints, don't they? The cartel guys.
right, and she taught Diddy how to do that.
She taught Diddy. Wow.
Like I said,
Is this
it's all in the book. It tells you
Mhm.
about the thing. Like me, you, Sean,
Santeria?
we did our dirt in the streets, whatever we did. We paid for what we did, but we here today because who we are. We all made men because we made ourselves who we are. We strong. We lock arms. We didn't sell ourselves to be who we are. You understand? We ain't rappers that want to do podcasts. You understand? Or did reality shows.
What one of the viewers wants to know what that painting means behind you, the blue. Is it a lady in blue?
Oh, that's Zeta. That's a sorority college thing.
You've had a lot of viewer questions come in. Was your dad in the military?
No, he wasn't in the military. He's a farmer. Yeah, hard worker. Had a lot of real estate.
What other artists that you know are Freemasons?
I could say Ludacris. I think Jadakiss, not Jadakiss. What's his name from Atlanta? Um, help me out, Sean. From
That's
Atlanta,
all.
right?
Sorry, that was a small pony that lives inside my living room that just neighed there. I do apologize, everybody. Yeah, Sean, help him out, bro. Help him out.
Here's another question from Gail. Does your book confirm that all the rappers are corrupt, sick puppies, except for the ones that got offed because they wouldn't bend to the sickos?
Some of them that's not signed, they want to sell their soul. Some of them that did, yes, percentage of the rappers did sell his to where they at, and it's proven. You understand? I can say the names. It may make your tears come to your eyes. Rick Ross, LL, Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. You understand? It ain't like 50. 50 is real.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And where does Justin Bieber lie in all this?
Justin Bieber is the victim. Like, he could have came out. If he'd have came out and told, he wouldn't be who he was. He was a victim as a kid.
Well, I mean, he's fallen back into touch now. I mean, he done the
they took advantage of him. They took advantage of him.
The Grammy Awards or whatever it was when Nicki Minaj outed Jay-Z standing on stage in a pair of boxer shorts. If that wasn't a "you better learn your lesson and keep your mouth shut" humiliation ritual, I have no idea what it is. What's your take on that, Courtney?
It's because he was young and they took advantage of Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber. Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they took advantage of him. There's a video that was taken out of my phone that Game had. Diddy took a bottle of liquor, gave to Justin Bieber. He was too young. He drugged him.
I mean, it wasn't really the question, but I mean, that's still factoids.
It's facts. It's in video. There's no facts. It's that they did that to that young guy. You understand?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I don't think anyone's arguing with you there.
Yeah. He Will Smith's son. You understand? Even a lot of kids out there that was a victim behind them.
No.
We needed a lot of 50 cents, a lot of MOBs, a lot of Buster Rhymes, a lot of Tane Ones, Hussein Fables, Tupac, Gaddafi, Big Draws. A lot of rappers out there. We need a lot of those out here. Brand Nubian, Tricks. Nobody needs you. You know what I'm saying? We need a lot of rappers like those. Even some Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? We need even females. We need a lot of those out here today. Cause a lot of these, you pour some water on. Even Little Baby from Atlanta, stand up dude. I like him. You understand? A lot of these dudes out here, you pour water on, they like cotton candy. They melt.
Yeah. We're going to find out just how prevalent that is in just a minute. But any more questions, Sean? Have you got anything else you want to the viewers want to throw at Courtney? Because I've got a couple of questions for this man.
Alex wants to know: did Prodigy get murdered for what he was rapping about?
From MOB, Mob D, no MOB, right?
Prodigy,
yeah, yes.
What about DMX?
Yes. They try to say it was COVID, all this and that. No. We all know. A lot of people behind them.
So you got one of your biggest fans here, Mr. Magoo. He's saying, I'm wondering which celebs you associate with these days.
Today, celebs I associate with rappers. Still my man Benny Siegel, stand-up guy. Benny Siegel is real stand-up dude. I like what he's doing, his venture. Lil Baby from Atlanta. And I won't say their name. Slim Shady. Gotta big up Slim Shady.
Hmm.
Gotta big up Red Band, Method Man, Ghostface, Nas. Those are stand-up dudes that we need to treasure. You understand? They did it from the heart of rap. They didn't sell out. You gotta give it to them. Even females. You gotta give it to Nicki Minaj. You understand?
Do you think any more allegations will come out about Jay-Z and Beyonce?
Yeah. Because look at the awards. Who benefit from Diddy going to jail? Not me. I ain't benefit because he ain't going to jail for what I want him to go to jail for. I don't want him to go to jail, but he ain't there for what he did for my table. You understand? If they went at him for serial killer, all these people he did, he's known for a serial killer, what he did to people. But Jay-Z, he got a lot of stuff on him too, as well. He's no perfect dude in the rap game.
Lizzie wants to know, how did 50 Cent and other outsiders get famous without compromising?
50 Cent, I think his most thing, he gave too much to guys who didn't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? He did Unit. They didn't stand up like they should have. You know what I'm saying? He worked hard for what he got. You know what I'm saying? He probably was mismanaged. If I managed him, he would have been more than just 50 Cent. He'd have been 50 Cent. I'm not taking it away from him. You understand? There's a lot of rappers out there that still stand up dudes. Like I said, Nas, Kendrick Lamar, Slim Shady. A lot of them out there, you know.
Alex wants to know, were rappers working with the hip hop police in the early 2000s?
I don't know. Honestly, I can't say which one.
All right, next question. What are your thoughts on Britney Spears?
Britney Spears, she good. You know, I miss her. We should hear more of her.
I mean, she was just in the news the other day for DUI and pretty much driving off the side of the road. So yeah, she's doing great. She's doing great, bro. Yeah. So yeah, wish her all the best.
Mm-hmm.
She's been through a lot, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's nearly all the viewer questions. Ron, have you got some questions for Courtney to finish?
Listen, I'm sort of big into iconography, symbolism, and effigies and things like this, Courtney. So if you don't mind, I'd like to talk a little bit more just before we run out of time
about his sweater.
Well, no. Listen, the shirt is banging. I actually have a similar shirt to that. Actually, Courtney and I. There's a lot of things about Courtney's fashion. Okay. I mean, I've been trying to get a pair of Courtney's glasses for a year and a half. They keep selling out. No, this isn't a joke, right?
I got this jacket from Casanova downtown Newark on Branford Place.
Hell yeah. So Courtney, there's things that I want to talk to you about. Not so much about the book, because personally, I don't need sniper lasers coming through my window, and I think that that's the scary book, bro. But the walking stick, I feel comfortable talking about the walking stick. If you feel comfortable talking about it, yeah. But I'd like to talk about some of the iconography on the walking stick, if possible, because I feel less terrified of that now. Yeah, if you can just show them to us, bro. Now, there's a lot of things about official. So first of all, so you designed this for your dad, you said, right? Is that right? And when did you do this? Was this like a Father's Day gift, or were you like young, or like when?
Just probably just before he passed away.
Okay, how long ago was that then?
He passed away in 2009.
Right. Oh, 2009.
No, he passed away 2026. The top of it, January the 9th.
Okay, and so it's like a unique thing then. So it's yeah. So it's hard. You wouldn't be able to like identify it elsewhere. That's really cool. Now
you can't get it from Amazon. Amazon's starting to produce it.
Amazon have started to produce the one of a kind design that you designed for your dad,
right,
as a gift. Okay, wow. And listen, by any chance, if you hold it in the middle like this, one hand either side, and then twist it like this, does it break down into 3 pieces?
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
You got to build it. When you get it, they got to break it down.
Okay. So, but what I'm asking is it by any chance this one off of AliExpress for $49? Because the reason I'm asking is because I've got a great respect for my viewers here, Courtney. And I feel like you've come on here and I could pick holes in what you've said with regards to this walking stick. It breaks down into 3 pieces, exactly like the one on Wish. And it's made of the same materials on Wish. So what I'm asking you is, would you like to come clean about the story of the walking stick? Or are you going to stick that you got a custom design that just so happens to break down like the one on Temu that was then mainstreamed because of how high up in the ranks of Freemasonry your dad was and now is available publicly?
Well, this stick, what I told him about.
Yeah, that one there is the one off AliExpress. So did you lose your dad's one and then order yourself a new one? Or what happened there, bro? Just take us through the story. It's okay. I got you. We can go through this together, Courtney.
When I did this stick, it was probably back in
like 3 weeks ago when you ordered it off AliExpress. So listen, all I'm saying,
no. Remember, I did this stick way back when
you had it on the interviews we did.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's all right. Yeah, so
this probably like a year ago.
Okay. So the only reason I'm asking you about this is because, I mean, you said that you designed it custom for your dad, and now you feel like the design of your walking stick's gone mainstream. I could argue that this walking stick has been around for 20, 30 years, has been mass-produced, reproduced, and is a common top for a Masonic walking stick. There's many designs like this that I would argue predate not only your father's death, but your conception of this as being an original piece of art. So once again, would you like to talk about where this came from and all the rest? Because I could believe quite wholeheartedly that you have this book from you and your dad, but I don't believe that you made this a one-of-a-kind design or anything like that. If it was purchased or it was found and you've just added a little bit of ribbon around the edge, our viewers will forgive that, and I'm sure they would love to hear the true story.
No. What I'm saying is, when I did this stick, this was when he was alive. My father had only been passed not even a year, just a year from 2009.
Right.
January 25. He passed away 2026, the top of the year. The first stick is with him.
26, you just said.
Yeah. The stick he got when I showed you was when he is in his grave in his casket.
Okay. I'm just asking you, Courtney, because I'm incredibly confused about the story of this stick. So was this a stick?
I did design the stick. I ordered the stick.
Oh, you ordered the stick. Okay, because
I did it from Amazon.
Okay, because as somebody with 2 degrees in graphic design, I rarely would say that I've designed something after over. We've maybe confused you, Courtney. But I just wanted to clear that up. But thank you for clearing that up, bro. I wasn't trying to embarrass you.
No, I got it from Amazon.
You got it from Amazon. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's fine. Okay, nice one. At least I just wanted to clarify that for the audience, bro, because
you understand, I'm born 1970. A lot of stuff was made before I was even thought of.
Yeah, absolutely. No, the reason that I was asking is made man, presented to you there, designed it for your dad. It was your dad's walking stick, bought it on Amazon. So we got there. That's awesome, and that's great.
No,
Thank you.
I didn't make anything.
Yeah.
For my daughter.
I'm just gonna give you one of these.
And his name is John C.
Yes, Courtney. Thank you for your honesty, brother. Because people would be calling us out in the comment section for the next 4 weeks after they Googled this, bro. So you've beat them to it. But I would just recommend, man, especially when it comes to Masonic anything, you be very careful about how you word stuff, because you never know who's watching, bro. You really don't. You really don't.
No. Even these glasses, I seen these glasses on a movie with Casino.
Yeah. Hell yeah, you did, brother. Hell yeah, you did. Hell yeah, you did.
Most of my stuff I come from when I seen the movies that people probably overlook, even hats and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's only 26 letters. There's only 26 letters in the alphabet. So words don't spell. We spell words. You know what I'm saying?
That's my attitude towards words too, bro. Like,
Right.
you don't tell me how I spell something. You can figure out the hieroglyphics of my conundrum that I've presented you with. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So, Courtney, in the very beginning, you showed us a page of the book, and we were asking you to read it. Could you show it us again, and can we get you to read that bit? It was the very first time you showed it to us. I'll tell you what page it is if you just want to open the pages, because I couldn't quite read it when I was looking at the screen. Keep going. Yeah, keep going. Right, here it is. Yeah, under that art, what does it say?
Under the what?
Under the circle, the picture. What does it say under the picture? So there's like 4 or 5 sentences. The first one ends in temple.
Move it towards the shoulder that's got the painting on it, bro. That's it. Keep going. Stop. Grandmaster. I'm going to get it bigger, mate. I'm going to Grandmaster, 300 Master, 8,000 fellow cracks, and 70,000 entered. Oh. Okay, that is talking. In fact, never mind. That's talking about something to do with the foundations of the Solomon's Temple, and basically that is a list. That's like a list of staff members
for the construction of the temple. Is that what it says?
Yeah, who's associated allegedly, and you can't prove I said that either.
What does all that stuff mean to you, Courtney, when you read that?
I don't know. I didn't read it. I tell you, I opened it up just when y'all on the show.
Yeah. And the rest of the book, is it just like the biblical stuff? What's it got at the back of the book?
The back of the book?
Yeah, just so everyone knows, when Solomon's Temple was there, Freemasons were
there's a black sheet just fell out.
Yeah, have a look at that black sheet.
What's that black sheet?
I don't know.
I know exactly what that is.
What is it?
It looks like a piece of paper that goes inside another piece of documentation that his dad would have owned if he was part of a lodge.
Yeah.
Right. And are there any pages that have been earmarked, or they put the tape down?
Jesus, that is a lot of words, Courtney, man. That is a book, bro.
Biblical antiquities.
Oh man,
manners and customs of the Israelites.
Why is the book shiny? Can you all see?
Some spirit just came through the book.
Close the book. All right, I'm not fucking playing anymore, man. I'm not playing anymore.
Put one in the chat if you saw a spirit come through the book just now.
Bro, that was a manifestation of a portal opening. That was some crazy ass business.
Only on this show. Only on this show.
What is going on, man? What is going on here?
Yeah. I will say this though: the book is very impressive, man. Like it is. And again,
don't forget this book.
I've looked over. Yeah, of course. Also, mate, there's no way you can open your freaking eyelids that way. That is a Photoshop set of freaking widened eyes there, Courtney, my G. I feel it though. I feel it. Do you know what I'm saying? You are giving us those. You're staring into my soul. Staring into my soul, Mr. Courtney.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Courtney, you've been very generous with your time. You got any final questions, Ron, for Courtney, or?
No, it's always good fun to talk to you, bro. And I wish you all the success with your new book. But Courtney, I suggest you take some photos of that. Go down to a library, speak to somebody who knows about the Masonic stuff before you go to a lodge, in case that's something crazy. And then I would love to hear about your findings, man, because it could be nothing, right? It could be a mass-produced whatever. But I have seen a lot of things that normally people are not allowed to see, okay? And I ain't ever seen that, okay? I ain't ever seen that, but I have seen something that looks identical to the spine of that on a shelf.
Have you?
The spine of it, yeah, that. But where it says the Holy Bible, oh man, that Honestly, get that in a freaking safe. Get that in a safe that only you know the number to until we figure it out. Because yeah. But yeah, we gotta know we just gotta be clear on the facts, brother.
So, Courtney, the link for your book and your Instagram are in the description box. I'm going to put them in the live chat now. Is there anything you'd like to say to the viewers? Why should they buy this book?
They should buy this book because this is a book of the industry in the streets. So if somebody say the kids want to be in the industry, get this book first. Tell them to get this book first. Like the music changed since us, Sean. You know what I'm saying? So you want to, before your kids want to be in the music business, let them get this book. And then let them go.
Well, huge thank you for coming on, man. It's good to see you after all these months, and great that you've got this book out and you're doing well.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Wish you all the best, brother. And like I said, I would love to get an update on that book if you get any information, bro. I really, really would. And respect for, you know, your honesty and all of that too, mate. It's always really, really nice to see you, mate. It really is.
Always a pleasure to be on your show.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
Have me back again.
All right, man. We're going to let you go and close the show. You take care, Courtney.
Okay, you are too.
Cheers. Thank you. All right, folks. Thank you for all your brilliant questions. Thank you for Ron as well for getting to the bottom of the cane. And if you want to watch 4 hours of one of our craziest ever live streams that we did.
Wild, bro.
This was a year ago, starring Jag Wright and Courtney. And many other characters just come in and out of the stream. It was just such a random, crazy night. I'll just put a little taste of it on the screen again for you guys. If you
look at our face, just look at our faces, right? This is when you were growing. Look, this is when you were just finding your feet with the beard at this point too, right? Apparently, I'm fucking neon orange, so this is a banger all round. A banger all round.
We'll play a little bit.
Okay, well, listen.
Shit at all.
Okay, well, that's them.
Look at half of Beyonce's credits.
Well, listen, I'm not here to talk about Beyonce. I'm here to listen. Sean,
you were defending Beyonce just a second ago. You better watch out. Her husband might get mad. You're doing a bad job.
Listen,
Courtney, are you in the longest? Are you in the longest tunnel in the world right now? I just want to ask you that.
Yes, I am. Yes, I'm in New York. I'm coming from China. I'm coming from Little Italy.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because you know for a fact the conspiracy theories are going to be coming out about the tunnels now, and because I've not seen a single car go past you. Right, this is Courtney's private.
It's Courtney to do a few appearances for very long tunnels. It was hilarious.
Can I just say, right, during that moment of silence before I said anything, Sean is typing to me saying, "Right, mate, you need to jump in here. You need to interject here, bro. You need to interject." So then I'm like thrown to the wolves. I'm like the referee here. I will say as well, James has managed to locate for sale one of the books that Courtney had, and it is a real book. It seems it's a 1932 Masonic Bible, King James version, and looks like a legit book. Like it's selling for over $400. So looks like that is 100% a legit book. But it's not like a reprint. This guy's not selling loads of them. He just has one, if you know what I mean. So just to confirm what people are discussing in the side chat.
So I'm putting the link for the 4-hour live stream in the chat, and if you want to watch it in the description box, Jaguar Wright versus Courtney Burgess. Check it out. It's some electrifying viewing. Well, that's all I've got for tonight. Anything else, Ron?
I don't know. I might go and do a live stream. There's a statue in Switzerland that's called the Baby Devourer, which is quite an interesting statue of what is allegedly an ogre on a 7-meter tall platform built in the 16th century of a man with a bag of children as he's eating. And if anyone is interested in coming to see that, I will just show you the thumbnail so you know what you're looking for. If you can just bear with me 1 second. Here it is. Here is our thumbnail. 1 minute. Remove. There we go. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, it should be up later on this evening, maybe in about an hour over on my channel. I've not posted it yet, but just check it out. The link will be in the description. Bit of an informative deep dive into this statue, hidden meanings, all of that. Not traumatizing, very laid back, and we'll see what the algorithm says. Yeah.
Good luck with that one.
We'll see. We've gone with nice, happy depictions of cartoon people. Let's see what happens. So, yeah.
All right.
Thanks. Appreciate you.
Good night, everyone, wherever you're in the world. Thank you very